down selector. Hey.
And if you see me laughing, it's because our next guest just whispered something to me before we went live. She is a social media phenomenon. She's been doing excellent work out there, not just in the US, but she's been all over social media, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I don't know what else there is, but everything, and she's been doing tremendous stuff, especially recently with her dead-on impressions of our very unique accent, our Trini accent, and she is none other than the beautiful Megan Jeffery. Welcome, Megan.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's
Thanks for
nice to
having
have
me.
you, and I mean, looking at you, do you have on makeup or you don't have on makeup?
Oh, yeah, I don't have no makeup on. That's right. That's a party line.
Oh, that's great. It's nice to have you. Thank you so much for agreeing. And of course, right off, I want to ask you, you have been, I mean, Trinis have been following you all over your Instagram, I think even in your DMs. Tell me a bit about Megan Jeffery. How did you acquire this awesome skill to be able to speak like us better than some of us?
No, well, I won't take that. I don't speak better than any Trinidadians. It's not my accent. So, how did I get here? It's sometimes I ask myself that every day. My skill in languages is what enables me to do impressions and to like pick up on different unique accents. I also speak Mandarin fluently, and I only studied Mandarin for 9 months when I was living in China. So I think for me, languages has come easy. And throughout my whole life, I've just used comedy as my outlet and within my family. And we've always just done impressions of everybody, including ourselves. And so, I've been around Trinidadians for a very long time, and I picked that up quickly.
What I saw an interview with you, and you were saying that the accent, whenever you do an accent, especially as you mentioned of brown people, you try your best to do it at the highest level so as not to insult anyone. As a comedian, how difficult is it to not insult people?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. Comedy is subjective. Somebody somewhere is going to be offended by something. It doesn't matter if you open your mouth or you don't. Somebody's going to see you and be like, pigeonhole you. So that's their business, and you have to kind of go and be okay with that. But in terms of like actual like my process and how I formulate things, I grew up with the tenets of the oneness of humanity just in my household as a Baha'i growing up. And so I love culture. I love diversity. I think it's a good thing. And I don't see languages any different. I see them as amazing pieces of a people. And so whenever I do impressions, I'm doing impressions of 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 things that I've seen just in my life. And I don't like okay, so let's just say this. There's some things like Trini man always does horn, right? Well, we know that is a accepted truth, but it's not a fact, right? I don't tend to like go with some of these stereotypes. I try
Right.
and stay away from stereotypes, but I do play on them too. So I'm not ignoring them. I'm not
Right.
completely up in my own naivety, but I try and just stay on different sides. And honestly, the things that I'm talking about are usually language variations. They're
Right.
cultural things. They're things that as an American, I picked up on. And I think that probably keeps me a little more safe than your typical comedian, but
But
it's
you've been doing impressions for a while. One of your high school teachers said that when you're talking to Megan, right, outwardly she's listening, but inwardly she's downloading everything to do impressions of you later on. So
yeah.
you've been doing this from since in school, in high school.
I've been doing this since the day I was born. No lie.
Really?
Like I'm not even playing. Like my whole family were a set of comedians. This is just how we have a crazy father, and I hope he doesn't see this interview. But we have a very crazy father, and so he would have all these lash outs, and every time he would leave the room, our mom would say something funny to get us laughing again. And so this is just how we started. This is a part of us. It doesn't stop when the cameras turn off. I don't suddenly turn into somebody different. And so in my life, where the impressions come in is I'm mouthing off at myself throughout the day, whether I'm doing laundry, cleaning something, whatever. Whoever I met that day is on my mind and they're coming right out. So, I spent 15 years within a Trinidadian family, and I have a lot of stories to tell. You know what I mean? And they're good stories. I loved the time that I was with them.
I
So,
wish we had
so
time
I
to hear
love
all the
Trinidadians.
stories of your Trinidadian family. But we're going to show a clip in a little while. And the accent I can understand, right? How did you learn to whine? That's what everybody wants to know because we've seen you whining at that clip that we're going to show. But how did you learn to whine? It's going to be up on the screen all now, right?
Okay.
So tell me about that. Was that inherent in you, or is
Yeah.
it your Trini meshings with your family?
No, that's inherent. I think there's a question that people always used to ask them, like, "Oh my God, you guys taught her so well," and they would be like, "No, no, no, we met her like this." I've just always been able to dance. I just look and I see and I do, and maybe I don't always do the exact move exactly, but whatever. I just move. I've always had rhythm. None of my other family members have rhythm. It's just me. It's just a little. I don't know. God just was like, let's change things up a little bit, So.
So you do the Trini accent. Tell me some other accents that you do.
Okay, well, I am the most fluent in the Trinidadian accent. That is my easiest, most comfortable
Because even
one.
when you speak normally, when I listen to some of your clips on Instagram and even when you're speaking normally, I hear a Trini coming out.
Okay, well, I think Trinidadians are biased. They want to hear that, so they're like pulling it out. I do have to say, like, I've been doing this for like 2-3 years now, so it's become a little bit of my natural vernacular. It's not my natural tongue, and I can switch out of it so long as I'm now in a different environment. But when I tend to be around Trinidadians, then it starts to come out. It's a code switching thing. I mean, when you talk to me, all I hear is an American accent. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we have something that we call shorting out, right?
Uh-huh.
Shorting out is when your accent wire and your dialect wire just touches and comes off every now and then. So
Okay.
we Trini, sometimes we get an accent from the time we reach the airport. Never been to the US, but get to the airport and get an accent. Well, yeah, it's kind of the same with me. Let me hear a piece of a Jamaican accent.
Oh, Jamaican. Oh God. I've been actually working on this because I have a majority Jamaican show coming up. So, I won't embarrass myself. Let me not embarrass myself, but I can, do a little thing, you know what I'm saying? Like every once in a while, maybe like when I like say it or something, like little phrase here and there,
Well, give me another accent you could do other than Trini.
Huh?
Give me another accent you do other than Trini.
The British accents is definitely very easy for me to do. I had a British roommate that I lived with for like a year, and all she would talk about was like very posh stuff. So, yeah.
Straight out of the Crown. I love it. I love it. All right. So Megan, let me tell you something. Your people, how have you been receiving that response of Trinis, especially on your Instagram? Because I see hundreds of messages from Trinis and Trini flags. How has that been for you?
It's wonderful. I think, I don't often talk about this point. When my marriage to the Trinidadian ended, I sort of thought the community connections I also had ended. And that made me really sad, And when I started just telling these stories, I have way more Trinidadian friends and family now than I did when I was actually a part of this family. And it's been so warm and lovely, and it makes me really happy. And I always get like, "You lying, yes, from Westmoreland," and all this kind of.
Well, listen, I like the fact that when I look on your page, I see so many little Trini trivia that unless you're a Trini or really embedded into the Trini, into the Trimbegonianness, you understand, you wouldn't know it. So I'm gonna give you a little rapid fire quiz to wrap us up in a short, right? Very
Okay.
rapid fire, and we really want to test your Trininess today. You understand?
Okay.
That is what. But let me ask you some questions. What is next for Megan Jeffery?
What is next? Well, I'm going to be doing some stand-up shows with Jamaican comedian Dale Elliott Jr. I'll be opening for him for 3 of his shows next month. And so you can check out his website then. But just more skits. And actually, as much as I love Trinidad, I actually love the whole globe. And my expertise lies in China and North Korea and Iran and all these other places. And so I would like to kind of venture out and do different kind of things. But my favorite thing to do with comedy and why I do and focus on global comedy is to bring different populations together that don't normally sit together and realize the inherent oneness of us all.
And any plans for television in the near future?
Yes, sir. That's all I can say. Yes.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
I mean, what am I gonna do with all of this? It's not going anywhere. I can't hide it.
Rhythm is my right. I love your name on Instagram. Tell us a bit about your name and the thinking behind that. But clearly it's from your dancing. But other than that.
Yes, it has a piece of the dancing. It has its originations in that. But I fell into the depression in 2020, and you can read a little bit about that on my meganjeffery.com. And I just didn't know what to do. I had forgotten everything about myself that I enjoyed. I'd forgotten that I danced to make myself feel good. And I would go in my basement all hours of the night after putting my kids to sleep, and I would cry. And I would listen to this music, and I'd be like, why can't I dance? I used to love to dance. And then the good Megan and the mean Megan came on the show. So the good Megan's like, dance. And then the bad Megan's like, no, you're sad. You can't do this. And then the other one pipes up, no, rhythm is your right. Do this. And so that's where it comes from.
Lovely. Megan, so I'm ready to quiz you.
Okay.
I'm ready to quiz you, right? So are you ready? Now you have 30 seconds on the clock. It's like Family Feud. You have 30 seconds on the clock, and you have to answer. You don't have any long time to think. It's either pass or you move on. All right?
All right.
So you're ready. All
ready.
Right. Here we go. Put on my glasses here. Sorry. All right. 1. What do you call? Okay, fill in the blank.
Okay.
What do you call the 2 blanks and some chana making 1 doubles? So two blanks and some chana in between makes a doubles. What is the blank?
Pass. I didn't know that.
Okay, on the Trini flag, the black stripe goes downwards from right to left or left to right.
Well, let me get my orientation right. It's from this side to that side. So this is my left to right.
All right, left to correct. What is the Trini generic term for disposable diapers?
Oh God, this my joke. Y'all stole this. Pampers.
Of the Mighty Sparrow, the Black Stallion, and Kitchener, who is still alive?
Oh God. Don't do this one. Not on national television. Oh God. Hold on. Say the middle one again.
Mighty Sparrow, Black Stallion, and Kitchener, who is still alive?
Sparrow.
Very good. Correct.
What?
God Bless Our Nation or Forged from the Love of Liberty. Which one starts our anthem?
Forged.
Very good. Final question. What are the watchwords?
Oh God,
What are the watchwords?
Discipline. Give me points for 1.
I'll give you points. I'll give you all the points if you guess 1. Which one?
Discipline. Isn't it discipline?
Discipline, tolerance, and production. And you
right. I knew it was a P word. I was going to say prosperity, but that's wrong.
Miss Grand International. That's a whole joke by itself. Thank you, Megan. Thank you so much. That first one was a hard one, but I will tell you now, the 2 things that cover the doubles is called bara.
Oh, I thought you meant say something like 2 different things. Matt, take that out.
Okay, let's try it again.
All right.
Starting. Hi, this is Megan Jeffery. The 2 things that cover the chana in a doubles is called what?
Bara.
Hey, very good. That was just off the top. Thank you so much, Megan. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight on M&ETV. Guys, you can follow her. You're going to see her handles on the screen. Check her out. Check out her website. It's www.meganjeffery.com. Not Jeffries, Jeffrey.com. And of course, you check out Instagram and TikTok and everything. Just follow her. Thank you so much, Megan. We
And
appreciate
thank you for having me. And to the Trinidadian people, thank you for putting up with my antics and stories.
Looking out to see more from you, and of course to see you on TV soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys, of course, we're going to come back with one of our very, very special guests right here on Tonight on M&ETV. Don't go anywhere.